Now, those people are like, call me next week, right? That's why we don't follow up and follow through. It's not that we're bad at it. It's just not fun and sexy because you got the blow off. And you're like, you look at that name, you're like, oh God, all right, I'll just push them the next week, right? Because it really doesn't matter. And then what happens? You have a bulk of people that you push to next week. But that next week, you already had the bulk of people that you pushed from 2 weeks ago. And they start collecting and collecting. You're like, oh my God, I got like 100 people that I got to follow up with to call me next week.
Yeah.
So how we like kind of filter through those is take me through a conversation, Matt, of someone that says, just call me back next week. Like, what does that look like?
Well, typically it'll be they'll be just trying to get you off the phone as quick as possible and be like, oh, or they'll say like, I'm at work. Can you call me next week? Or, yeah, I'm just busy right now. Call me next week. And I'm not very good at the follow or carrying that conversation on. I'm like, okay, I'll call you next week. And that's kind of how it ends. They push me off
What
the
is
phone
the
really quick.
most important thing that you have to know from that lead when they say, I'm at work, call me back? What is the most important thing that you have to know from that lead?
Like when would be a good time or no?
Because they ain't going to answer the phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other
Go a
thing.
little bit deeper than that. What
They
do you
dodge
need
the
to
call.
know from them? So you're a doctor right now trying to diagnose their ailment. What do you need to know from them to do your job?
Like if they need to buy right away or if it's just like window shopping.
That's right. That's it. I'm at work. Call me back later. A real quick question, and everybody has time for it. And even if you lead it as, can I just ask you a fast question? No one ever says no and hangs up. They're like, oh, yeah. And that's how you know they're rushing you off the phone, right? Well, can I just ask you a quick question instead of me calling you back? Can I just ask you a quick question? Sure. When do you plan on making a home purchase? This year, next year, ever, never? And they don't even realize what happened, and they're going to give you the proper time frame. And they may say, oh, I'm just looking. Well, one more question. Hypothetically, if you were to make a purchase, what would it look like? Are we talking 1 year, 2 year, 10 years? Or is this your toe tag home and make them laugh? Right? That's all you need to know. Because I ain't wasting time calling you back next week if you ain't ever going to buy a house. Right? If you tell me to call you back later because you're at work, I'm probably not going to call you back later because, you're just blowing me off. Because if it's a need, you're going to talk to me. You're like, thank God you called. I need a house. We're just not at a convenient time for them. So if you just quick with that question, can I just ask you one quick question? When do you plan on making a move? And making a move kind of makes it like selling or buying, right? So we don't want to presume that they're buying a house because they may be selling a home. When do you plan on making a move? And that way we know, are they worth our time? And if they're like, I got to be out of my house by December, you're like, hell yeah, I'm calling you back next week. You earn time on my calendar, right? But when we ask those fast questions, when they're in the time crunch, they answer truthfully because they don't have time to make up a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how we get serious about our follow-ups because it makes a difference, right? Like I want to eat and I want to build my pipeline with serious buyers.